The Federal Reserve will announce its first interest rate decision of 2026 this afternoon. And despite the pressure from President Trump, the central bank is not expected to announce a rate cut today. Economists predict officials will hold rates steady in its current range of 3.5 to 3.75%. And this comes as the president touts the strength of the U.S. economy, saying yesterday, quote, "We're not being laughed at anymore."
Today, just after 1 year of President Trump, our economy is booming, incomes are rising, investment is soaring, inflation has been defeated.
Greg, Robb is here to break down the bigger picture for us. He's a senior reporter for MarketWatch. Good morning, Greg. We've had 3 consecutive rate cuts since September of 2025. Is that why we don't expect the central bank to announce another cut today? What's behind the expectation?
Yeah, the reason the Fed is going to be on hold, Errol, is because, inflation, although the president says inflation has been defeated, it really hasn't. It's been above, the Fed has a 2% target for inflation, and inflation has been above that target for 5 years now. It's pretty sticky. So the Fed just can't lower rates anymore. They don't think that, if they cut rates a little bit more, that it might actually boost inflation and hurt the economy.
And the other information we'll get today beyond the decision are the comments from Fed Chair Jerome Powell during a Q&A. In an article, you write that, quote, "Everyone is looking for political fireworks from Mr. Powell." Why is that? And what should we expect that might be different from previous press announcements he's made?
Yeah, since Powell spoke to reporters, he kind of flipped the script here. He, in the middle of January, a couple of weeks ago, he had a sort of fiery statement. He came out and was really critical of President Trump because the Trump administration has started criminal probe into Powell and his, he did some renovation at the Fed headquarters that cost a lot of money. And so they launched this criminal probe, and Powell came out and really said that this was just a way to attack the Fed. And before that, for years, Powell has sort of taken criticism from the Trump administration quietly with like a stiff upper lip. So when he pushed back now, reporters are going to see if he will push back on other things, talk about the economy, and whether Powell can stay at the Fed even after he's not the chair. That's a big question that's sort of overhanging everything's decision today.
Yeah, he took that unusual move of releasing a video statement even. So let's see how specific he gets today. Greg, Robb, great to have you in our show this morning. Thanks for being with us.